All right. That was a fun way to start, yeah? At this time, please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem performed by the Dos Pueblos High School Jazz Choir under the direction of Miss Courtney Anderson.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly.
Thank you to our jazz choir. Good evening. Welcome to Back to School Night 2023. My name is Bill Witter. It's my great privilege to serve as principal of Dos Pueblos High School and to welcome you to what I know will be a fantastic school year. Cramped in here, but it's cool, which is good. And there's also spillover seating in other rooms for late arrival due to traffic, and we are also streaming it by our great DP News team. Thank you, DP News. It's wonderful to have this fantastic turnout of families, and it is of supreme importance that everyone in our community feels welcome at our school. To that end, tonight's program is being interpreted via headsets for our Spanish-speaking parents by district interpreter and former DPHS parent, Mr. Hugo Santos. Thank you very much, Hugo. I'd like to especially welcome several distinguished guests that are here tonight. First, we have Santa Barbara Unified School District Board of Trustee member and proud parent of 2 DPHS grads, Virginia Alvarez. She made it. She did. Santa Barbara Unified School District Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Dr. Lynn Sheffield. SBUSD Assistant Superintendent of Student Services, Shakenya Edison. And last but not least, our Santa Barbara County Superintendent of Schools, former DP faculty member herself, wife of a current DPHS faculty member, and like you, a DP parent, Ms. Susan Salcido. Thank you all for being here. I'm also honored to introduce our outstanding admin team, the best in the business. Assistant Principal Melissa Ewart running the slides for me. He's calling himself Mr. Fun, Mr. Ian Perry. Check out all our activities. Miss Jessica Sanford. And our outstanding Dean of Students, Miss Bethany Bodenhammer. Before I share all the exciting news about this year, let's take a moment to look back on a little bit of what our students accomplished last year, as I'm fond of doing at this time. In the academic realm, on AP exams for the first time in DPH history last year, we scored 80% of DPH students scored a 3 or higher, well above the state and national averages and the highest overall passing rate in school history. In the IB program, our students scored a remarkable 92% pass rate on exams, which earned our IB program the distinction by the IB organization as having one of the top 5 performing IB programs of our size on the entire West Coast. And in terms of smarter balance assessments, this is preliminary data. It's not official. Right? Right, Dr. Sheffield? Preliminary data. But it looks like we set a school record for the highest number of students who have met exceeded standards in English language arts, 72%. And all of our subgroups made progress, including an impressive 40% increase from 2019 in the percentage of in the percentage of students that qualify as economically disadvantaged who met exceeded standards, the highest record, 40% higher than 4 years ago. Our mock trial team captured its 10th county title in the past 13 years and advanced all the way to the championship round of the State of California Championships, just barely missing out on their record title. And in the spring, they won the National Empire Invitational. Our robotics team, known as the Octobots, advanced to the first Robotics World Championships and won the Rookie All-Star Award. And this one's pretty amazing, and you've seen the coverage. Current DP senior Xander Murren-Doherty won first place and best in show in a national woodworking contest for his amazing rocking chair. So what's new for this year? Well, last year our teacher started calling DP Good Vibes High, and we know that a positive school culture is the secret sauce of our school. As I shared recently in a media report, this year I want to measure our success in student smiles. I mean, look at those smiles. Is there anything more important? We are so excited about the opening of the Career Technical Education Pavilion, finally, on the south side of campus, which will include the Virgil Elings Center for Creative Learning and the Virgil Elings Media Communication Center, 2 incredibly unique and amazing school facility projects that will give our students 2 of the most incredibly unique and creative spaces to be found anywhere in public or private education. The media building is already open, so you might be visiting it tonight. We expect the Center for Creative Learning Museum space to open sometime in the fall. Supply chain. And thanks in large part to the DP Foundation's outstanding work, which you'll hear about shortly, later this year we'll be launching the DPHS Wellness Center, which will serve as a hub of mental health and wellness resources for our students and families. And while all these programs and policies are contributing to the good vibes on campus, as we start this year, what this evening is really about is giving you a chance to meet the faculty. Our faculty cherish the responsibility they bear to shape your children into productive citizens for a world that, as our district mission statement declares, has yet to be created. I have been one of them, and now I am privileged to lead them. Please join me in a round of applause for our outstanding faculty. Our faculty have committed to developing our students' skills in the 4 C's through open-ended, real-world, rigorous experiential learning, what we call process-based learning, not only in the IB program or the DPEA, APIB, but in every class, every discipline. And so we're excited to share some of that work, and your teachers will share some of that work they're doing tonight. But we are just as concerned about developing caring, community-minded, and compassionate citizens, 4 more C's. And we do that through developing what we call our habits of heart, what it means to be community-minded, to care for each other, to develop resiliency for the inevitable setbacks, and take responsibility and repair when we make mistakes. As part of our Habits of Hard Work, the entire DP community is committed to recognizing, responding, and reporting when we see anyone engaging in hateful, bias, and anti-Black language and behavior. Nothing can be more important than what we do this year than helping our youth understand the harm that can come from these behaviors. But equally important is that all students are seen, known, and valued for who they are, and that we not simply create acceptance, but true belonging here. Thank you for you and your family's support of this important initiative. I also want to make sure all families know about a wonderful resource we have on campus in our dedicated college and career counselor. While your student's counselor will work with you all during all 4 years you are here, our college and career counselor, Ms. Natalie Douglas, works with the students to support them as they navigate their post-secondary plans, acceptance, college admissions, essays, college visits, you name it. Stop by this evening to see her in the College Career Center if you have a chance. Speaking of families, I'd like to welcome a very special person to the podium, PTSA President, Ms. Jennifer Harris. Give her a little bit more support. Hey, this is a long walk. Take your time.
It is so wonderful to see so many familiar faces, new ones, and to see this room absolutely packed. My name is Jennifer Harris. I am the incoming PTSA president. Oh, I guess I have to hold it. Those of you who know me know I don't mind this. So it's wonderful to see so many new faces, old faces. I mean that in a positive way. This year, we have reached milestone numbers already with our PTSA membership. And I want to introduce you quickly to our membership chair, Stephanie Edwards. Stephanie and John Dent worked tirelessly this summer to ensure that we had the best opportunity to increase our membership numbers. We have doubled from where we were last year, and we want those numbers to continue to increase. You'll find all the wonderful reasons to join the PTSA on the slide above me that I can't read, but there is a QR code. So for those of you who have not signed up for membership, please feel free to scan the QR code. I don't see any phones out, but you can do it at a later date. And you can automatically sign up. It's only $12. Joining the PTSA does not mean that you have to attend multiple meetings. It doesn't mean that you have to volunteer more time than you have. It means that you help fund the PTSA's efforts. It gives you the opportunity for great curriculum in meetings, to have your voice heard, to help shape the school, and really advocate for your students. Another thing that we're really proud of is that we're really making efforts to include our Spanish-speaking parents in the PTSA this year. I would actually love every board member and committee chair on the PTSA to stand so that people can see their familiar faces if you're in the room. Aside from membership that I want to talk about is I want to talk about fundraising. Our Ways and Means chair, Tina Brenza, is here. The way that we used to do fundraising that many of you would see is that we had essentially 3 buckets. We had hospitality, we had the Charger Challenge, and we had After Prom. 3 unique things that the PTSA helps fund in the school. This year, our Charger Challenge with a goal of $50,000 is going to be our masthead and our umbrella for fundraising. We have a lot of initiatives planned. The difference between the PTSA and, say, the foundation, and you'll hear more about the foundation, is that most of our dollars come from our parent population. And everything we do impacts students and administrators directly. When the ceramics class needs a pottery wheel, when the science classes need beakers, when there are opportunities for our students for programs and engagement, that funding comes from the PTSA and comes from so many of you. There's 2 ways to donate. You can do an upfront donation, or you can do an overtime donation. information. Obviously, we would love to get as many funds up front, but whatever works for you and however much is affordable, please do what you can, but we don't want it to be a burden. So we ask that you contribute at a level that makes you and your family feel comfortable. I think that's it for the PTSA. It's a great group. Thank you guys all for coming tonight. Thank you for joining the PTSA, and any contributions that you're able to make us help DP become a better school. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And we'll have information on our first quarterly meeting, which is September 20th, and you'll hear more about that via Parent Square. And now I'd like to introduce our Dos Pueblos High School Foundation President, Ms. Jennifer Ono.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Ono, and first of all, I just want to thank the PTSA for everything that they do. We're really fortunate to have such an active PTSA. I myself have already joined, and I hope that tonight I can help to clarify a little bit the difference between the PTSA and the foundation. We're a nonprofit board. This is your board here. We have Shannon and Rochelle, Irene, we have Letty, we have Nancy, we have Tracy, we have John, and we have Aaron. And these are not all of our board members, some of them couldn't be present, but these represent current families, alumni, and community members. And what the real focus of the foundation is to have a large impact on campus, to work with the administrators and say, what's the dream? What do you really want to make happen that you don't have PTSA coverage for, that you don't have site funds for? And so last year, I stood up here and said the dream was a wellness center, to really focus on mental health for our students, which I don't think we need to go into because we all know how important that is. And I want to talk about the success we had last year, which was raising $125,000 for the Wellness Center. So what that's going to do, in addition to housing all of the amazing staff that are already here providing mental health, what the foundation really wanted to do was to make sure that there's a full-time, year-round drop-in counselor for anyone that's in distress or needs someone to talk to or needs help finding resources. And so in addition to funding that, we're funding furniture and what's it called? The pantry, where they can get supplies and things like that. So, really when you think about the difference between the PTSA, they do so many wonderful things for the classrooms and the teachers. We're really looking at how can we have a huge impact on campus and affect the most students possible. Another project that we did was, there's a Charger patio over by the Greek Theater, and all the tables, the benches, the hardscaping, the landscaping, that was one of our first big projects. And so this year, we haven't had our strategic planning meeting yet, but I believe we're going to adopt the Wellness Center again because we want to provide at least 2 years of funding so that we can ensure that it has a great start, that they have great momentum, and hopefully at some point maybe the district or other sources will step in. So we do as a nonprofit to have the ability to reach out to the community for grants. We just got a $20,000 grant from the community, but we also need your help. And so you can get involved through the Charger Champions Circle. That's our annual fundraiser. You got a Parent Square about it today, so you can donate there. We'll have a table out with the other groups. You can go learn more, talk to some of our board members. You can donate there. We also need volunteers. We need great volunteers to do all of this work. So if you're thinking, well, this is interesting, I'm new to the school, maybe I can get involved in this, please email me. President at Dos Pueblos High School Foundation. Go to our website for more information, and I hope to see many of you at our spring event that you'll get more information about, and we're just so thankful to have such great leadership here and so many involved parents, and I hope that you can support the foundation whatever way works for you.
Last but not least, before we get you off to your classes, I really would like to introduce a very special person, Ms. Socorro Ramirez. Should I sing for you while she's cleaning? You don't want that.
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Socorro Ramírez, madre de un alumno senior y soy presidente del Comité de Padres EMLAC, aquí presentes. EMLAC es un comité formado por padres con hijos que aprenden inglés. Nuestro propósito es aconsejar al director personal de la escuela y al concilio escolar sobre programas y servicios necesarios para los alumnos multilingües emergentes. Es importante que los alumnos sean reclasificados antes de su graduación de preparatoria para así poder asistir a una universidad, ya que éstas requieren que los estudiantes tengan un nivel de inglés académico. Sabemos que todos trabajamos y tenemos muchas cosas que hacer, pero los invitamos a ser parte de este comité, ya que cada 2 años se renuevan nuevas posiciones. Acompáñenos a participar, unidos, a abogar por la educación de nuestros hijos. Las juntas de EMLAC solo son 7 durante todo el año escolar, donde también se comparte información a los padres sobre los procesos escolares, como también de los exámenes que los estudiantes hacen durante todo el año escolar. Y aprendemos cómo participar y ayudar en la escuela para la educación de nuestros hijos. Está comprobado que los padres que se involucran en la educación de sus hijos son estudiantes sobresalientes. Para más información, por favor, pasen a visitarnos en nuestras mesas que tenemos hoy junto a la oficina. Ahí encontrarán las fechas de nuestras reuniones y mucho más. Los invito que se unan a nosotros de nuevo. Los esperamos y gracias.
We are right on time. Just a couple announcements before I dismiss you to your first period class. Rooms Q10, 12, and 13 are behind the pool. Sometimes people don't know that. And if you have the C building, that's the new building in the lower part of campus. If you need your student schedule, you can go by the library and get a copy of that. There will be a special back-to-school night edition of DP News at the beginning of second period. So if you have a free period, head to the library. If your student is in PE, they will be back here in the EPAC. And during fourth period, all athletic teams will be in the gym. Lastly, we encourage you to support our clubs during the passing periods as they are selling refreshments as part of their ongoing fundraising. If you need assistance with locating a classroom, just ask one of our ambassadors, and we have lots more signage around campus this year. And in the Charger store, we'll be selling Charger gear all evening. And remember that our yearbook is special, and if you have never seen one, stop by the yearbook table tonight. Thank you very much for being here. Have a great night. Go Chargers.